Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Work Matters. So we're really glad you can join us tonight. We have a few people here on site as our live audience. And welcome to all of you watching us here tonight in our YouTube live stream. So my name is Sasa, and most of you know me as Ate Sasa, and we have here...
And I'm Ate Roch.
And later, we'll be introducing our very special resource speaker for tonight, who will answer a lot of questions that we have right now. So for those who are new to Work Matters, if this is your first time watching this series for the night, this is where we explore how our faith connects with the everyday reality of our work. So as we always say in Thai Marketplace, our work is a calling, and we spend a lot of our waking hours at work, at our offices, and we're very passionate about what we do, how we live, and our goal, our hope really is how we can remain faithful in the work that God has given us. So each episode of Work Matters, it looks at a different aspect of life, how it affects us in our work, how we show up at work, and in our calling. So things like purpose, character, and rest. And tonight, we will tackle health and fitness and how that relates to our work as a calling. So tonight's episode, as you can see, is the long run, staying healthy for the work that matters. So as I mentioned earlier, many of us are very passionate and deeply invested in our work. And lately, many of us, ang ating mga kapatirans, many of us are also paying more attention to health and fitness, especially sa running era natin.
Yes, napapanahon. Very timely. So tingnan nyo naman yung picture. Ganyan ba ang stride nyo? Comment yes.
Okay. So how we pursue health matters. How we pursue health matters just as much as why we pursue it. So tonight, we're here to talk about fitness as performance, not as performance or appearance, not about being the fastest, being the strongest, or the most impressive, or yung may pinakamataas na PR dyan sa Strava.
Hindi pwede to.
So, we want to explore health as stewardship, caring for our bodies in a way that will help us remain faithful in our calling. So, without further ado, we will ask Roch to introduce our speaker for tonight so we can dive in straight to the questions that we want to ask.
Guys, we do have a special guest for tonight. So please share our live stream so your friends and family and relatives can watch and interact with us tonight in our talk. So our resource person tonight is none other than Coach 𝘀𝗽𝗃𝗃, a respected educator, coach, and advocate for lifelong health and movement. Coach Hercules is a long-time faculty member, big word, at the University of the Philippines College of Human Kinetics, where he teaches both undergraduate and graduate courses in exercise physiology, physical conditioning, biomechanics, sports nutrition, and injury prevention. Tinamaan ako doon. His work extends beyond the university. He has served in leadership and advisory roles in collegiate athletics, public health initiatives, and national fitness programs, including development of physical activity guidelines and the promotion of exercise for disease prevention. What makes Coach Hercules specially fitting for tonight's conversation is, of course, the breadth of his perspective. We'll learn a lot from Sir Herc for tonight, and he has seen the benefits of movement done well and the consequences when health and fitness are approached without wisdom or sustainability. He understands how age, work demands, relate tayo dito, guys. Work demands, especially April 15 is waving, stress, all caps stress, and real-life constraints shape how we care for our bodies. So we're all grateful to have him guide our conversation this evening. Welcome again, Coach Herc.
Welcome.
Thank you for the privilege that you extended to me to be here. This is our advocacy, to share as much information as we can so that people who are into exercise or just about to get into exercise or physical activity, will do it properly and also have the proper perspective in terms of setting objectives, as well as getting through the obstacles that they will meet.
Okay.
No? As they try to adopt a physically active lifestyle.
Yes, okay. So, Coach, we've prepared actually a set of questions, but the audience is free to ask your own questions, and in between our conversations, we will be checking your comments, your questions, and we hope that Coach Hercules here can also address them. So, like Roch mentioned, with your years of experience and your breadth of knowledge in health and fitness, we really want to take this opportunity to maximize your time. So we'll dive straight
We'll take advantage.
sa questions po natin.
Well, I hope I'll be able to answer most of them
Yes.
by God's grace.
Yes, amen.
Yes.
So the first question, Coach, when people say that they want to be fit, they often mean different things kasi may iba-iba tayong objectives, may iba-iba tayong ideas, what it means to be fit. But from your perspective as a coach, what does true, well-rounded health actually look like?
Okay, you look at health, fitness, and wellness as existing in a continuum. Okay? The positive side is wellness, which includes not only biological and physiological optimum performance or functioning, but also including the emotions, the spiritual aspect of the person, no, his attitude. So he has that, all of those positive. On the other end is health. Okay, health is the absence of disease, but some people who have conditions to deal with can still be healthy if they have their conditions managed, well managed, that is. And so they can persist doing physical activity despite their having diabetes, having obesity, having even sometimes you have hypertension and you want to be active. So you will, for as long as you're able to manage that, then you are apparently healthy.
Okay.
Okay? Now fitness is in the middle. So what is fitness? It's one, being able to do your daily routine optimally. Two, being able to deal with emergencies, extraordinary circumstances. Walang masakyan, maglalakad ka ng mas
Ay.
mahaba. Okay?
Kaya
Or
natin.
sira yung elevator, five,
Flights.
maghahagdan ka. You should be able to deal with those emergencies or extraordinary circumstances without undue fatigue. Now let me
Without fatigue.
qualify. Yung sinasabi, pag naglakad ka ng 5 flights, mapapagod ka.
Yes.
Rightfully so, because it's
Hihingalin
extraordinary.
ka.
Pero it will allow you to finish without having a tragedy
Tragedy.
in your hands.
Okay.
Hindi ka atakihin.
Okay.
Hindi ka titigil. What is the building code? 4 floors, no elevator. 5th floor, meron. What is that telling us? We should be able to climb 4 floors without limitations.
Okay, noted.
No? So yung
Guys,
mga ganon.
practice.
And one more thing. Let's say, for example, you have extra work, extra period, rest interval. Natapos mo yung trabaho mo ng maaga. So you have enough time to do something for recreation. You're not limited.
Maximizing
Oh,
yung time.
meron isang advertisement before. Tennis tonight, not me, I'm tired. Sabing ganon.
Yes.
Because he's
Pag
tired.
nag-hit ng 30s, Coach. Tama ba?
Pero
Consider na natin yung age dito.
what you want, let's say you want to play with your dog or play with your children. In my case, grandchildren. I should be able to play with them within reasonable limits. Ha? Hindi naman dapat pwede kami maghabulan.
Oo.
Pero at least pwede kami maging physically active.
Yes.
So that's fitness, which is relative.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? So yun.
Yeah. So I think, Coach, for some of us, no, medyo ganyan yung mindset. We want to be able to spend time with our kids. Like, especially kami ni
Yes.
Roch as moms, we want to be
Active
able
kids.
to
Active
spend time with our active kids. And I'm not sure if this is a fact statistically, but it's an observation that many adults begin exercising later in life. So katulad kami when we hit, magsasabi na ba ako ng age? 40s. When we hit our 40s, dito
Early
talaga,
40s.
early
Early.
40s, dito talaga nag-hit yung, okay, we want to be into running. So, Why do you think this is happening now, if this is a trend?
Because of information that is available to us, no? Social media, YouTube, whatever, it emphasizes already the benefits of being healthy, being fit, and the benefits of exercise. Now we have to qualify. Physical activity is important, not just exercise. There are several ways to be physically active. When you look at the WHO prescribes 150 minutes to 300 minutes weekly of moderate to vigorous physical activity. When you talk about physical
Time-based.
activity, it's anything from exercise, dance, no? leisure.
So not necessarily na...
Yes, not
Activities.
necessarily. You know, I'm an exercise person. I will tell you bluntly, exercise is the most boring. Di ba? No? Who will exercise except those who have far-reaching views. No?
Views, oo.
Tinitignan nila, dapat maging ganito ako. Or dapat pagdating ko ng 60, kaya ko pa to. And the way to do it is exercise. But then, if you're not that type of a person, what happens? So you can dance. That's part of it. You can...
Things that you enjoy.
Exactly. To be sustainable, you need to
So
have
that it
some
can be
amount
sustainable.
of passion behind it. No?
Yes.
So physical activity is the key.
Okay.
No, don't
Okay.
limit yourself to exercise. Now, it's sexier. Exercise is medicine. I'm part of that. Pag sinabi mong physical activity is medicine, it doesn't really catch that well. No, so exercise is medicine, but what we promote is actually lifelong participation in physical activity. Including right now, fuel prices are up.
Yes,
Active
yes.
transport, which means walking, cycling.
Cycling, yes.
Although yung cycling, mag-ingat kayo kasi hindi maganda
road,
yung...
not safe.
At saka, the bike lanes are
Lanes.
not really safe.
Safe,
I will
yes.
categorically say that. I used to be a biker. Now, I will not hazard to bike. Okay?
So,
yung
walking
mga
is
ganun.
better. Is the best option.
Baka ma-hold up ka naman.
Coach, nakarelate ako doon, the power of social media. Like for me
Yeah.
personally, I've been following this vlogger, celebrity vlogger, and I was, kumbaga,
Na-encourage. Yes.
She's also a mom, so I think if she can do it, then I can also
Bakit?
do it.
Oo.
Parang naging ganon initially, and then, yun nga, you discover yourself that ang tagal na rin pala niya nag-start. It doesn't happen overnight. So, we do have a different phase, and yun nga, do I enjoy these things, no?
Oo.
So, I'm a dancer, kaya na ano ko dun sa dancing.
Yeah, in fact, I consider dancers as athletes in their own right because they can do things that an ordinary person who is not used to
To
dancing,
dancing.
they
Yung
can do those
flexibility.
things. Yeah, flexibility, tsaka yung rapid steps, no? And the endurance and the stamina, together with the grace. No? Yun. So, pag sinabi mong Zumba tayo, that's different. That's dance used as exercise.
Exercise,
Pero pag sinabi mong dance tayo, then there's the art in that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a physical activity.
Alright.
Are we all learning? Diba? Second question pa lang, dami ko na agad natutunan.
So, before we proceed with the other questions, meron tayong actually game that we will do. And also the audience watching online can participate.
Yes, please do participate. So, fun tong mga questions natin. So, we'll ask both you, the audience, and of course, Coach Herc. No, you can answer quickly, agree or disagree to the following phrases. No, number 1. No pain, no gain.
Should I be the first one
Yes.
to... Okay?
Sige, Coach.
Disagree
Please answer.
because pain is not pain is not an indicator. It's an indicator of injury.
Na mali. Mali pala, oo.
So discomfort pwede, pero not pain.
Okay.
Yes, okay. Number 2, health is vanity.
No, because it is necessary for our victories to be achieved here on earth as the Lord generously, graciously gave us.
Yes, agree. Number 3, exercise only matters if you're trying to lose weight.
Disagree because
your
it is for everyone. It's even those who are healthy must go on. It's lifelong.
Yes.
You never stop.
Never
Okay,
stop.
never stop.
Yes. Tingnan mo nga si Coach, di ba? Naya nga ako eh. Not enough pa pala yung ginawa ko this morning. Now, next phrase, pushing past your limits is how you get stronger.
Disagree? There is some amount of you have to be comfortable to a certain extent. Let me qualify. If you say, "Ay, salamat natapos din," that's exhaustive. That is not sustainable.
Okay.
Okay, hindi dapat pala ganun after mo mag-run.
So after crossing the finish line, Coach, tapos ganun yung pakiramdam.
Ibang usapan pag race.
You have to check your goal.
Pag race kasi, that's performance.
You give.
Yeah. Pero kung daily grind,
I see, okay.
Daily
I see.
grind, okay.
Okay.
Next, as long as I'm thin, I'm healthy.
disagree because there are thin who are also possessing high amount of body fat. So you can be thin and over fat.
Okay.
No?
Yeah. Oh.
Puro disagree si
Oo nga.
Coach.
These are misconceptions eh.
Feeling ko coach ako
Agree.
yun eh.
Oo, parang yung iba kasi baka mabilis lang yung metabolism yan. But you know, tama, mga may body fats pa rin.
Mataas pala yung body.
Next, if you're young and healthy now, exercise can wait.
You want to answer? Disagree?
The youngest here.
No, I disagree because that's the best time for you to start.
Best time to start.
Oh, kaway-kaway yung mga young dyan. Pa-comment down below. Present. Okay.
Because you have a lot of choices
Yes.
at that time. No?
I love that. Next, spiritual growth matters more than physical health.
I agree,
Ayun, may
but they are tied together.
Ay,
No?
okay.
There's nothing that is, neither is more important. Although spiritual growth I will prioritize, but what comes next if you're really obeying the spiritual aspect of growth, your body has to grow as well.
Your body
in
has
terms
to
of
grow as well.
capacity and optimization.
Okay.
The body, mind, and the spirit. No. Next, short or gentle workouts also count.
Agree. In fact, every single minute of physical activity counts.
Okay. Hindi naman kailangan exercise
Hindi
parati
kailangan
yung goal.
workout.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Push mo yan, tita.
Sa opisina, nakaupo ka and you do some sitting exercises, pwede siya.
Yeah, I remember in our office, no, we are, kumbaga, prompted with our monitor. So, hindi ka makakapag-work. And then may exercises, like parang short exercise that we do while sitting and in your workstation. Oh, it's short, no?
May
But
prompted.
throughout the day, like for our 8-hour work, maraming beses siya. Oo nga. Na-remind ako doon. Kasi housewife na po ako ngayon.
Lalo na.
Nilalo na dapat. Last question. Last phrase. Some people are just naturally fit or athletic. Wow, sana all.
Oo.
They don't need to work as hard to stay healthy.
Okay. Agree because
Oh.
genetics will also give you an advantage. However,
However,
genetics, if you don't work
nagre-rejoice sa
on
likod.
it will eventually also put you down.
Okay.
So
So,
that's why
however.
everyone needs physical activity.
yes.
Okay. May tumataas
May
kasi yung
tumataas,
kamay
parang
kanina dyan
maganda
sa
yung
genetics
genetics
niya.
niya.
However, yun nga sabi ni
However,
Coach.
dapat sustainable pa rin.
Oo.
Yes. Thank you so much, Coach, for
Sure.
answering those.
Okay. So that's the last na pala. So it's interesting, no? Very short lang, pero it really shapes sometimes how we think about or approach yung health and our conception. So, Coach, building on that, let's unpack or maybe review some questions about common misconceptions about fitness. So, siguro we'll start with what are the most common mistakes beginners make when trying to get fit? And so siguro, I mean, specifically kasi a lot of us here are runners, so maybe you can focus on that aspect.
Okay. People, when they start, they have objectives, they have ideas of what they will be. Okay? Now, that has to be managed so that they don't become frustrated about, ay, hindi pala ganun kadali ito. Kailangan pala grinding work. No? So, you have to be able to train harder. The mistake that is usually seen is you train for a goal. That's correct also, but there are several steps, phases along the way. And in fact, training to train harder shortens your goal and the time frame within which you measure your improvements. So small steps, but consistent and sustainable.
Yes, I love
So,
that.
modify.
Consistent and sustainable.
Yeah, modify your kaya the coaches should be able to, sabi ng iba, my goal in 3 months of training will be to fit into my wedding gown. No?
Ay, may
That's a
ganon.
common
Yes.
objective. I will get married at this time, and therefore I need to fit into my wedding gown. Okay. That's a short-term objective. But the coach should also say, and then after that, you have what you have
What
to do.
else?
Secondly, is that realistic? Kung 20 pounds overweight ka, that's not going to fair.
Dapat smart talaga yung goal.
Yes, no. In 6 months' time, you can only lose 5 to 10% of your present weight.
As in?
6 months.
In 6 months.
6 months.
So let's say 200 pounds ka. Your ideal body weight is let's say 160. You're supposed to lose 40 pounds. You cannot lose 40 pounds in 6 months. That can trigger the yo-yo syndrome.
I see.
And sometimes it's even more unhealthy to go into the yo-yo syndrome than to stay overweight.
So kumbaga coach, kaya naman, it's achievable, pero is it the best way to do it in that short of...
Don't rush, no? And do it healthily. Otherwise, you'll end up regretting, frustrated, and possibly even with psychological problems like anorexia nervosa and bulimia.
Although ang hirap din mag-focus on yun ngang losing weight. Kasi like for me, for example, nagsa-start na ako mag-strengthening. So, body mass, like that. So,
Yung
actually,
weight ng
nag-weigh in
muscles
ako.
as against sa fat.
It's the same. My weight is the same. But I noticed flat naman yung aking, nag-flat yung
Sana
chan ko.
all.
I noticed lang kasi lumaki ako 5 months, I stopped running, right? No activity. So parang,
I will encourage you to look at the new technology that is available nowadays. No?
Okay.
You have a weighing scale that gives you segmental body fat percentage and muscular percentage.
meron siya. Meron.
For me, BMI is, in the most recent clinical practice guideline, laying down of clinical practice guidelines, evaluating obesity, BMI doesn't stand alone.
I see.
Okay? It has to be paired with either waist circumference or waist-hip ratio.
Okay.
So if you want to measure your waist, for women, you're not supposed to go beyond 31 inches.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Women, take
For
note.
men,
Ayan, for men.
for men, you're
Nagte-take
not
notes.
supposed to go
Mamaya, coach,
beyond
magsusukat kami ng
36.
aming mga
Oo.
Okay?
waist.
If you're over
Pasok, pasok.
36, you're overweight
Overweight. So that's,
or over fat.
Okay.
Okay? So you're supposed to only do the loss of fat, not muscle. You have to protect your muscle.
Yes.
So what you're doing now is good. No, you're noticing changes. If you look at the new technology, it will tell you percentage of body fat and actual weight.
yes.
So you will look at the percentage. Percentage is increasing. Weight of muscle is either the same or increasing. That's your goal. Your goal also is for fat to be decreasing. The weight also, not only the percentage, but the actual weight should also be decreasing.
Tama siya yung the use of the technology as well. Kasi may mga may measure din in terms of yung sa right and the left.
Yeah.
So dapat balance. din pala
Balance.
yun.
May ganun na pala.
Kasi mas dominant yung right. If you are right-handed, may mga ganon, no? Mas dominant. May mga ano. medyo complicated, pero we have to be conscious.
Na may ganun na rin pala.
Those who are being coached, I urge you to put your coaches to task by asking them questions. Baka magalit sa akin yung mga coaches.
Wala pa
Pero
naman po.
by asking them questions, that are based also on research.
On research.
No? Now, of course, I'm not saying that research will answer all the questions because we know that research can be skewed or research can also be restrictive because sometimes logic may give you something but you validate it through research.
Yes.
We
Oo.
do
Always
research, di ba,
validate.
tayo?
Oo, research and validate. Yun. Coach, I remember meron kayong conversation with Tita Sandy and she shared with us no, na we as runners kasi, you mentioned to her that healthy activities like running can actually do damage. So it's something that we have to think about if it's done incorrectly. Can you share examples how people can unknowingly hurt themselves in the form of exercise or in their running
Okay.
workouts?
You know, before you start your physical activity, if you're being coached, the coach should first and foremost see or do pre-exercise evaluation. That pre-exercise evaluation is based on one, your risk stratification. I will ask you, do you have familial history of this? That's one.
Okay.
Because who knows, especially if you're dealing with a 45, 50, 55-year-old person, or even younger, if there is history, familial history, then that can rear its ugly head during your training sessions. That's one. So you also look at his or her readiness. Maybe he's feeling something that is an indication of a pre-existing condition that has not been medically validated. Silent challenges.
Okay.
You know, there are instances when you find people with hyperextended elbows. Why? Because their biceps, their flexors are not as strong. You have to guard against that. You have to be able to tell the person to be aware of that. Or hamstrings that are so weak
Present.
that their legs, their knees are hyperextended. Or hips that are, or knees that are misaligned. No? These are anatomical conditions that might eventually, when you keep on using them, might end up being overused unnecessarily.
So kasama talaga, Coach, sa fitness journey yung being able to know your body well. No?
Yes.
Learn how to...
And also engage
Yes,
professionals.
That's also our campaign. You know, unfortunately in the Philippines, we don't have yet a qualifying, a professional regulatory arm for strength and conditioning coaches or for coaches for that matter. No? So what do they base it on? Experience. Unfortunately. And this is the reason why one way of letting research and science get into the picture is ask your coaches. No? Yeah.
We have actually a few questions coming in sa ating mga online audience. Siguro yun na muna ang i-address natin.
Sige, so we have some here na nagtanong. So from Ret Peña, Florida.
Kaklase namin.
Okay, classmate. Classmate, here's the question. It's from US. Thank you po for the question. Can you briefly talk about eating habits and diet as part of your health?
Okay.
Siguro, Coach, to connect with that, there was also another question para sabay na, can regular exercise really allow you to eat anything you want?
Ayun,
Kasama
kanina
na
yan.
doon.
Sige.
Oo.
Sa elevator,
We'll
yan.
try
Combine
to
na
address
natin.
both. No? Actually, when you eat, first thing that I will tell you is this. You cannot out-exercise what you overeat. So in other words, diet has to be watched. When I say watched, it doesn't mean that, oh, bawal to, oh, bawal to, oh, bawal to. In my case, I eat anything and everything.
Saya.
Gusto
But,
natin yan.
but the thing is,
Lechon.
I am a little bit worried about highly processed food.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of preservatives, there's a lot of chemicals in them. Okay? Even soft drinks, for example, naku, magagalit sa akin ng mga... Ang problema kasi dyan is there are a lot of chemicals and the sugar that is being used is also quite unhealthy and the amount. Okay? So that's one. I try to, as much as possible, skip that. So, and you can refer to the Pinggang Pinoy. I stated this a while ago. This is a product of the FNRI, Food Nutrition Research Institute. It is a model because if you count calories, ang hirap.
Yes.
Di ba? Nutritionists will
Although
do
meron
that.
na pong coach ngayon, si 𝗀𝗽𝗶𝗃, you just take a picture.
Yes, I know.
Ko-compute na niya.
But then,
But how
So,
reliable?
ang problema dyan is this. Oh, I ate 1 cup of rice. That's 200 calories. So what will I use to burn it? You will discover, ang dami palang kailangan mong takbo.
Actually, coach.
Diba?
Kasi
So,
pag tumatakbo, ito lang yung calories na
Okay. So anong problema dyan? You equate what you eat with the physical activity that you will do.
Accountant talaga.
But that's just,
Kailangan i-account.
but that's just one thing. You have also your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. You have your thermic effect of food. You have your, ang dami yan.
Marami. So magpinggan,
So magpinggang
Pinggang
Pinoy ka,
Pinoy.
it's a model. And that's what I use.
Ayan,
No?
guys.
So what's that model, coach?
That
Tingnan nga,
model
what-
tells you portions of the plate where you can put fruits, vegetables. That's one half.
One
The
half.
other half belongs to healthy carbs, no?
Healthy,
And
hindi lang
healthy
carbs.
meat. When you say healthy meat, you choose the protein.
Okay.
Protein,
You know?
yes, yes.
You don't have to be a vegan.
So si carbs, 1/4 lang. Ang kanin, 1/4
Yes,
lang.
but to tell you frankly, ako, I don't eat,
Rice.
again, pagagalitan ako, rice. I don't eat rice anymore because I am fond of eating dessert. So that's
As
another thing that I do.
replacement. Replacement.
I exchange.
Exchange.
May nakarelate
So
po
you can
dito.
exchange. So if you're fond of kakanin, no? Bakit kakakain ng kanin? Although sabi nila, that's the Filipino way. Yeah, I understand. I apologize. Maybe sasabihin nila, you're not a Filipino. I can eat
Personal
kare-kare
preference.
on my own
Yeah.
without, walang kanin. But then that takes educating your palate. No?
Yes, yes.
So ganon. But that's how I do it. Now, can you eat anything? Yes, within reason. If you know that that's bad, why will you eat it?
Yes,
Yun lang yung sa akin. No? So you kita mo, you look at the label of the food, no? Nakapack na food. First thing that you see there in the nutrition information is the substance that has the most in that ingredient. So pag nakita mo carbs ang una, puro carbs yan. No? So you need to see, we need to be able to understand what is at the back of the
Tinitignan niyo ba
the
yung
label.
guys?
No?
Ako, tumitingin din ako
Yes.
I'm always curious to see
So,
what's...
nakita mo, nakalagay dito, vegetable oil.
Oil.
That's healthy.
Yes, healthy.
Pero nakalagay, hydrolyzed. May problema yon.
Okay. Ultra-processed, ibig
Or
sabihin.
hydrogenated. Ibig sabihin, nag-add sila ng electron, and that became more stable. And,
Okay.
margarine and, again, margarine
I'm learning a lot.
versus butter.
Versus butter. Which is better?
Iwanan mo yung dalawa sa floor.
Butter will
anong
melt.
lalanggamin? At anong
lalanggamin.
iisipin? Anong iipisin?
I think
Yung
butter.
butter. Yung margarine. Even the ants and the cockroach know that that's not good for them.
Oh, mas matalino sila, di ba?
Mas matalino sila sa atin.
So yun yung, that's a guide.
I-audit ang mga ref.
Yeah. And FNRI and the DOST also came out with several information regarding the leaves of our fruit trees. Guava, guyabano, banaba.
Ayan.
No? For those who have challenges in their their blood glucose level, no? Some of them are pre-diabetes.
Ayan.
People with pre-diabetes. Okay. You can make use of teas. Tea of these leaves. The guava leaf and the guyabano leaf. Just boil it and you can make use of it as a tea. In fact, the OST says guava leaves before eating, guyabano leaves after eating.
Okay.
Do not interchange. So this is so that you can actually regularize your blood glucose.
Patanim naman sa
Oo.
gimba yan.
Ang dami talagang kailangan
Patanim sa
i-consider,
gimba
no?
naman yung guyabano.
Yeah, and then you can find that.
Yeah, you're right.
Banaba is a good anti-inflammatory, and you have to be, you can be you will be surprised by this. Bougainvillea. Ano ba yung bougainvillea sa atin?
Oh, really?
Alam
Edible
natin,
siya.
di ba? Bougainvillea, yung flowers, ay, ganda-ganda.
Oo.
Decoration. Garden.
The pink variety has the highest amount of anti-inflammatory qualities.
Okay.
So you just boil it.
Boil it. Edible.
Parang nagiging
Edible pa pala yun.
Oo, pwede.
Nag-focus kami sa
Nilalagyan lang kasi
turmeric.
namin dito yun sa
Pwede
ears.
pala
Turmeric
bougainvillea.
is also good, no? But sometimes the turmeric,
Kala ko pa-cute
ito
lang yun.
nakatanim lang sa
Oo,
garden mo. Eh.
Right.
Hindi pala siya pang cute
Oo.
lang, no?
So, nutrition goes hand in hand talaga, no, with fitness and exercise. Coach, if someone wants to stay healthy for decades, no, yung sustainable na fitness routine, ano yung mga non-negotiables? And siguro we'll combine that with the question na, is there one habit that you wish every person, no, in this room and those watching us online would adopt early to be able to protect their body long term?
Okay. You need to move. That's very important. And when I qualify, the way I qualify it is this.
Just move.
There is such a thing now as sedentariness.
Yes.
Diba?
Especially
those
yung mga sa
Yeah.
office.
sa office.
We sit
8
lang
hours.
8 hours a
Okay.
day.
So much so that they have now termed sitting as the new smoking. Not to say that sitting will cause
Sitting
the
is-
same problems as smoking, but it's similar. No, you end up with non-communicable diseases that crop up when you're a little bit on the age. As you age. Now, ito yung problema. 1 hour that you continuously sit, you already have several adverse effects. Yes, that's why
There's a
in my-
30-30 rule. No, after 30 minutes, you stand down. Ganyan.
for how
Quick.
long? Kasi it has to be sustainable.
How long dapat?
So, yung research says,
Taga-Pupayutan.
for every hour of uninterrupted sitting or sedentariness, stand up for 2 to 4 minutes
2 to 4
and
minutes.
do some movements.
Every
Walk,
hour, 2 to
mag-walk.
4 minutes.
So, if that's my habit, that is how I keep my fitness level. I do not necessarily go to the gym. I have a gym at home. I go to the gym twice a week, or sometimes once a week.
Ngayon na po yan.
Ngayon,
Coach.
no? Dati kasi
Oo,
competitive.
kasi
no?
dati.
Yeah.
Oo,
Pero
competitive
ngayon,
tayo.
I don't find it necessary to go to the gym because I'm doing my short intermittent physical activity even when I'm watching TV or reading my emails or conducting my class. No? So that has to be integrated. So that's one. No? So for as long as that serves as your foundation, together with the awareness of the functional movements. Functional movements, they're supposed to be movements that we encounter in our daily routine.
Paglalaba.
So you walk.
Pagbubuhat sa grocery.
I'm talking about movements of our
Ay,
body
magmamap.
segments.
Magmamap.
So there's pull, push, no, squat,
Okay.
lunge, rotate, no, and hinge for the back and the hips. Okay, so may mga ganyan. For as long as we integrate them into our CPAC, short intermittent physical activity, you're going to be fine for health. Okay? In terms of your musculoskeletal and possibly even your cardiovascular. Kaya lang if you want to be more fit so that you can have buffer, then that's the time when you go to running, possibly lifting.
Lifting.
Exercises.
Oo.
Especially for the older members of the population, lifting is important.
Yes, coach.
Okay.
Actually, naging
Resistance
very,
training.
very ano yun sa akin relevant, when we went traveling and then kasama ko yung senior na parents
Ay,
ko.
oo.
And ako yung nagbubuhat ng mga luggages nila. Sabi ko, kailangan pala mag-weights rin
Kailangan
ako.
siya.
Yes. In fact, we want to be, one of my goals is to die young. How can I die young? I'm 66 already.
Oh.
No? Pero
Sige, coach.
pero die young means
Meaning,
die young,
Looking young.
physiologically,
Physiologically.
as well as with respect to your independence. You need to be still
Oo, that's the
functionally
goal.
independent.
That's the goal, yes.
Yes. You don't
Functional
want to
ka
be dependent on anyone to move. You should be able to take care of yourself, especially with respect to your self-care activities.
And still enjoy the things that you want to do.
Yes.
Even as you age.
I live in Antipolo, hillside. So pag naglakad ako ng aso,
Ay, oo.
yung
Uphill
15
yan.
degrees na aakyatin mo, tapos bababa ka
Yung
ulit.
hingal, di ba?
Yeah, tapos yung bahay ko may mga, I think from the lowest point to the uppermost point, it has 36 steps. So if I climb up the 36 steps, I get a workout.
Yes,
No?
natural work.
So you go to the garden, you go around the creation of God and behold the creation of the Lord,
Yes.
no? And
Ang
speak
ganda pa
to
ng
them,
view.
And so,
no? And look at, uy, may bunga yung langka ko, uy, may bunga yung, etc. Tuwan-tuwa ka sa ganun. In the process, you also are able to bless the creation of the Lord and at the same time get blessed yourself.
yes,
no?
yes.
With the way the creation of the Lord witnesses to you.
Yan na yung goal natin.
Oo.
Yeah.
I think nasagot nyo na actually, Coach, yung isang question natin on how fitness can help us show up better no in life, in work, in the things that we're doing in our ministry. Siguro, Coach, balikan lang natin kasi marami dito mga busy professionals and who sit most of the day. Even those who are lifting weights or doing running, we still sit a lot of hours in the office. Which areas of the body are most neglected pag ganun ba for the busy professionals?
Most, especially for women, no? It's the lower extremities. That's why we need, di ba ngayon uso na yung nag-elevate yung iyong workstation.
Yes.
Di ba?
Oo.
Merely standing is already a good thing.
Okay.
Because when you sit and your chair is comfortable, the more comfortable it is, the more adverse its effects is for you when you're resting. I'm not saying don't rest. All I'm saying is every now and then, cut your rest and be active. Now, there's one way that you can actually add some physical activity while you're seated. Sit on an exercise ball. That forces you to maintain your balance.
Okay.
Okay? So when you do that,
Exercise ball.
Nadadagdagan na,
it's a
Coach,
big-
yung list ng mga bibili
it's
na.
a big ball. No? Now, be careful because baka masyadong mababa naman yan. You have to adjust the table because you might end up with problems on your shoulders.
Shoulders naman, okay.
So that's one, the lower,
Lower
extremities.
extremities,
Yes. Shoulders and your core.
core.
No? Kasi especially when you go this way, no? Tapos your ergonomics is not as good. So mababa yung you're working with the laptop. Doble ano yan? Doble ang
RSI na yan.
tama ang tama sa iyo. Shoulders, nape, and even your core together with your wrist. So you end up with work-related problems. Okay? So you need to be able to stand up, swing your arms, walk around your office grounds, no? Go to the farthest toilet.
Hindi yung pinakamalapit.
Some
That's
people,
the challenge.
some people
Pwede
will
pala,
even say,
okay.
wala akong oras because I'm very busy. Okay. What time do you wake up to get ready for work? 6 o'clock. Can you wake up 10 minutes earlier? Just 10 minutes. So that you can walk around the house and possibly move around. Okay, what time do you take your merienda? If you take merienda, by the way, one of the things that we should skip is a merienda because it's too soon from your,
Okay.
from your breakfast. Hindi pa bumababa yung insulin response mo, yung blood glucose level mo, hindi pa bumababa akyat mo na naman.
Okay.
Magsa-spike na naman.
Magsa-spike na naman.
Oo.
So that leads to possibly diabetes. Okay?
Yan yung napapanood
So, yun
ko
yung
mga
problema.
talk lately.
Okay.
Oo.
So, hindi pala good, Coach, kasi some people, the way they do their diet is small means,
you-
small
you
meals,
graze.
pero,
Oo.
Madalas.
madalas, which counts as like merienda.
That's the problem, no? Pagka ginagawa mo yun, your blood glucose level it is maintained. And the insulin response is consistent. Ang problema, when that happens, coupled with sedentariness, your cells, the glucose transporters of your cells, fall dormant.
Okay.
No? So when they get dormant, your blood glucose stays in your circulation despite insulin being present. Your transporters do not anymore react.
Okay.
So yun yung problema.
Okay. Wala
Now,
nang chance for them to.
Yes. Now, by God's grace, ang galing talaga ng Panginoon.
Ang galing talaga. Oo
Fine.
nga, how God designed our bodies.
You have 5 glucose transporters. GLUT1 and GLUT4 will respond to physical activity. Even if your insulin response, they have fallen dormant. Pero mag-umpisa ka lang ng physical activity, that too will
Mag-respond na sila.
respond. And that can cause your normalization of your blood glucose. That's why one of the treatment, first level treatment, is actually yung physical activity.
Yun talaga.
When you
Talaga.
change your lifestyle and adopt a healthy lifestyle, which means a sensible diet and enough physical activity, you end up with good lab tests, which means the drugs for your diabetes can go down. No? Of course, this is supposed to be evaluated
So,
by a physician.
maiiwasan natin ang maintenance.
Oo,
Correct,
with
correct.
physical
No?
activity.
So yun yung
That's the goal.
physical activity is really important. So what was I talking about? Kinda?
Kasi neglected
Nawala na.
physical part of the
Oo,
body.
Nag-branch
mga
ka.
neglected parts of
So
the
yung
body.
cells pala, nade-neglect.
So it's important that we move. So sabi ko, 10 minutes before you get ready, you can move around. 10 minutes before you take your merienda. Can you take your merienda 10 minutes later and just walk around? Lunch, 12 o'clock. Can you take your lunch 12:10 and just walk around? You know, if you do that, let's say
Compounded.
5 minutes. Throughout the day, you will total about 30 minutes.
Ang galing.
Galing.
So what happens then? If you were to fulfill the 150 minutes to 300 minutes, 23 minutes daily lang yun.
Okay.
So if you have 30 minutes, now you're beyond already.
Okay.
So
Galing.
that's-
So
it's
that's something
important.
we can keep in mind.
A change of perception
Yes, change of perception.
and a change of outlook. Example,
Doable siya, doable.
you go to the mall. What do you do when you transfer floors? You
Escalator.
ride the escalator. Don't ride it,
Walk up.
it.
Okay.
No? Walk it.
Minsan, oo, nagiging
Yeah, you
conscious na.
so you
For
spot
training.
Mag-stairs na lang tayo.
you spot
Stairs,
opportunities for
Okay.
physical activity.
So yung constant looking for opportunities to
Yeah,
move.
to move.
Oo. Coach, siguro, okay. So granted na physically active ka, you're conscious of these things, you're compounding yung mga minute exercises mo throughout the day, pero you're still highly stressed at work with your workload, mentally, emotionally man yan. Does that affect also your health even though you're exercising already?
Definitely. That's why we should learn these stressing strategies. Breathing is one. Actually, exercise is one because of the good hormones, no? The endorphins that are secreted by your body whenever you exercise. Okay?
Happy hormone.
Happy hormones. Exactly. That's why you get addicted to running.
Yes, yes.
Okay?
Oo.
Okay.
The
So
word, addicted.
Oo, addicted.
So you have to mitigate that. You have to modify that. Now, when you do exercise, when you're stressed, that's the best time to do exercise actually, because you can actually get to that point when your body tries to heal itself because it distresses due to exercise. Okay. Secondly, as I said,
Coach, gusto ko lang yung sinabi mo that your body is healing itself. No? Ang ganda pakinggan. No? So through exercise, your body is actually healing.
healing itself. But the healing has to be completed with your recovery. Some people will keep on exercising and exercising without thinking about recovery. Part of that recovery is sleep hygiene,
Yeah.
7 to 8 hours, di ba?
7 to 8
And
hours.
also,
Okay.
your body has to be able to receive enough nutrients.
Nutrition.
That's diet. And when you talk about relaxing, the worst thing that you can tell a person who's stressed is, huwag ka ma-stress, relax ka lang. That doesn't happen.
Oo.
Diba?
Sasabihin pala dapat mag-exercise ka.
Hindi real talk yun. Hindi yung real
Yes.
talk.
So
Tara,
it's-
takbo.
Correct.
Ganon.
Instead, possibly, you can tell him or her, breathe with me. No, so 4 seconds inhale, pause, 4 seconds exhale, pause. Okay? Or diaphragmatic
Ayan
breathing.
na siya. Okay.
No?
Gusto ko
When
yung
you do
diaphragm.
diaphragmatic breathing, you also address your core.
Talagang pinapractice.
Oo, ano siya?
Paano ba yun? Paano ba yun? Paano
You
yun,
exercise
coach?
the core by breathing lang, di ba?
Yes. But there is an extra, no? So when you do planks, when you do side planks and all the core exercises, that has to be paired, or the foundation should be core engagement. So how sure are you that you engage your core? So
Sige,
you try to
gawin
breathe.
natin, guys.
Okay, so pwede natin gawin.
Gawin natin.
No? Inhale, when you inhale, do not allow your chest to move. It's your diaphragm that goes out. The diaphragm is situated in the upper portion of your stomach. So the upper portion of your stomach goes out. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, the core gets engaged when you pull in your navel. Yung pusod, no? You pull it in. And you'll discover it's separate from the diaphragm. You feel now that the core muscle is getting engaged. How will you do it while breathing? You have to be able to separate them. So without releasing your navel, it's still in, breathe. Your diaphragm goes out without your navel going out. So now you will see the sides of your trunk expand as well. If you do that for an extended period of time, you're engaging your core and you're learning how to engage it during exercise as well as when you're stressed.
When you're stressed.
Okay? So yun.
Sige, kailangan natin.
Think happy thoughts.
Oo.
Listen to Baroque music. Those are distressors also.
Yes. And syempre, di ba, may mga questions lang na we want to take in. Ito gusto ko yung isa kasi, di ba, may mga conditions yung iba, like you've mentioned before, Coach. But this one, Charlene Menzo asked, what is the best, is there the best exercise for someone with asthma po? Especially someone who is in their 50s.
Okay. First thing that you have to do is look at your asthma. Do you get attacks more than twice a year? If that is how you are, you have to go back to your doctor and ask him why. Because ideally, your asthma should be controlled first before you exercise. Okay? There's such a thing as exercise-induced bronchoconstriction, not asthma, because asthma is there already. I have asthma, no? But it's triggered by environment. And I also have allergies. So that's my maintenance, unfortunately. That's my maintenance, no? I live in Antipolo, there's humidity so high, etc. So that flares up. So I have to take a maintenance of antihistamine. Now, you have to control your asthma. Once it is controlled, then you have to learn also its triggers before you go into exercise.
Yes.
So yung triggers, most of the triggers will be a sudden change in the temperature. And that happens when you come from outside, you go into an air-conditioned room, ang lamig. So biglang may constriction. So one way to mitigate it is, pagpasok mo, cover your nose and your mouth so that slowly release it, so that
Hindi
the
biglaan.
temperature is not,
Okay.
it's
Hindi
not a
mabigla.
drastic change. The same is true when you're coming from aircon to going outside. Okay, so that's one way. But secondly, you should have a maintenance of anti-asthma. There are 2 drugs that you have to look at. No? First is your maintenance, your daily, as prescribed by the
As
doctor.
prescribed by the
And you also have to have a rescue breathing, rescue medication, which in case,
For emergency.
no,
For emergency.
for emergency purposes, then you have something. Then, from that then on, then you can exercise. The best is exercise that is rhythmic. So running is good, swimming is good. But nowadays hindi na limited sa runnings. For
Ang
as
dami
long
na,
as
Coach.
you're able to do.
Pickleball.
Yeah,
Pickleball, Pilates.
In fact, there's high intensity interval training,
HIIT.
which is a circuit type of training. So what do you do with that? So long as you are able to breathe and use your secondary breathing muscles, they get stronger. So when, just in case you have asthma, you have a buffer in terms of trying to expel air. Because
Ang important ng breathing, no? Even
Yes,
in running,
definitely.
no? Yung,
Yeah.
yung engaged, while you engage, no? Diniscuss ni Coach Rio din to
Yeah.
sa vlog niya, yung sa running, very important na breathing. Even the swimming, actually, day 1, ang tinuturo breathing, di ba? In the
Bubbles.
swimming, bubbles.
Yes,
So, very important.
and you get used to the water in your face while breathing.
So, do we...
We have
take
another
more?
question for, kasi marami po dito is looking to get pregnant, or we have some members also who are pregnant. So what's the best exercise for pregnant women?
During the first trimester, you have to work closely
Breathing
with
din
your...
to. Breathing.
Ay, oo nga.
You have to have close collaboration with your doctor because there might be some
Condition.
conditions that might present adverse effects for exercise. But in general, exercise is still safe. Okay? Provided,
What types of exercise, Coach?
well, you can actually do stretching. You can do strength training to a certain limit. You can also do running to a certain...
Running.
Yes, to a certain...
Pwede.
You know,
Especially,
Yung
Coach, if
nagtanong.
you are doing that even
for the-
before
yes,
you get
even before.
pregnant, di ba?
Don't start running when you're
Yes.
pregnant.
When? Okay. Dapat you should have been doing
Your
it
body
before.
is
Your
adapted
body.
na.
This is along the line of the context of lifelong participation.
Pagkasanay yung body mo na doon.
Yes,
Nung
no.
naging pregnant ka, you continue lang din.
Now, if you have some conditions, obey your doctor. Possibly put it off until the second trimester.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Yun.
First trimester is critical
Yeah.
din kasi.
So you have to work closely with your doctor so that any untoward possible results from your exercise, you can stay away from that.
Okay.
But it's good also that when you're pregnant, you should be physically active.
Physically
Yes.
active.
No, I'm not saying exercise. Physically active.
Physical.
Because of the possibility of gestational diabetes
Yes,
setting.
yes.
Yun pala ang cause, no?
Yun pala yung cause, no?
Not
Usually, you are predisposed because of genetic predisposition, no?
pero it
But then there are
factors
some
in.
instances, wala naman. Tapos biglang,
Sa pregnancy siya
kasi
lumalabas.
ano nangyayari? Naglilihi. Bibigyan mo ng kung ano. Lahat binibigay mo, di ba? So unfortunately,
Binigay niyo ba?
bigay hilig. eh.
Husband?
Bigay
Ako wala akong
hilig.
lihili.
Oo, hindi din ako naglihilihi nung time na yon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're running a bit short on time, so we still have many questions from the audience, but we have to apologize, no? So hindi na namin matatanong isa-isa. And
Offline na lang
oo,
later.
maybe
We'll ask.
Coach can address offline. But we have a few more questions to close, but maybe we'll just choose one.
Yes, yes.
Let's just choose one na lang. So, you know how yun nga, isa sa mga sayings natin kanina na pinersent na agree or disagree is how exercise or fitness can lead into self-obsession.
Oh, yeah.
So, what advice would you give believers who want to store their bodies faithfully without turning health into an idol?
Unfortunately, I begin it with unfortunately, social media will encourage us looking at our bodies. And what do they use as models? Perfect
Oo.
No? Those
Piolo.
models are paid high.
Alden Richards,
Alden
sub
Richards,
3, 90
oo.
kilometers.
They're paid high because of the way their appearance, no? Millions of pesos pa yan. Okay, so we have to understand that we are not the same as them.
Okay, we're not the same.
We do not have the
We
same
will not look
circumstances.
like them.
Acceptance
Yes.
is the key.
No? We don't have the same circumstances. So ang importante is this, be realistic with your objectives. Now, sexy, maganda yung washboard abs, 8-pack, 6-pack. We have to be able to understand that those are not sustainable. No? Now, for it to be sustainable, we need to make sure that we understand what goes into having those.
Yes,
Can you
yes.
afford to exercise 4 to 6 hours daily?
So
So
that's
that's
what
one
it
thing.
takes, guys.
Or,
Yung mga six-packs.
Oo,
or,
that's what
I
it
hate to-
takes.
Ngayon pa lang, jawline kasi pa lang sila ngayon, na-achieve na nila yung jawline.
I hate to say this also. Can you afford cosmetic surgery?
So it's not just exercise.
It's
It's
not-
not just
I'm
long
not saying that
hours.
people like them have cosmetic surgery. Some,
Some, yes.
no, will have
Ito
augmented.
yung real talk. Ito yung real talk. John.
Tsaka yung
So-
mga machines, Doc, di ba may mga machines na pang burn ng fat,
Yes,
yung helps.
Nila, oo.
So, sometimes you will subscribe to them despite the fact that scientifically they're not proven. Or you will even subscribe to using pills to get you to slim down fast and be in the hope that you're going to get a summer body by summer.
By summer.
That doesn't
Lapit na
work.
ang outing.
Oh yeah, so ako I will say this, no. Look at your objective and be realistic about it, so that you don't get frustrated. You also do not get into habits or expectations that will lead you to adopt something that might be harmful.
Harmful, yes, yes.
Okay, so that's one. And secondly, when you adopt it, look at how you can sustain it. Because some will go, they will enroll in the gym. 3 months membership. After that, what happens? Tapos na. So wala na, titigil
Wala na,
na.
oo.
So look at
Hindi na
what's
sustain.
next. You have to look at what's next after this initial phase of your physical activity adoption. Importante that our frame of mind is always, this will not be just for now.
Natatawa ako kasi after our race, what's next? Nagja-join agad tayo, di ba? Tama
May
pala
next-
yung ginagawa
may next goal.
natin. Tama pala yung ginagawa natin. Kasi
Oo.
nagja-join
May
agad
next
after.
goal ulit. Oo.
But you have to
Sustainable.
look at your recovery also.
Ah, yes.
You have to strategize because the body also gets, the body will heal itself given the chance
Given
and the
the chance.
opportunity. No? Your best recovery is during your sleep.
Yes.
Okay?
Nag-98 ako dyan, ang sleep score.
Oh,
Tama
that's
ko.
good.
When I first
7 to
started
8.
running, ang sarap talaga ng tulog ko.
Di ba? Na-address yung may
Yeah.
mga sleep concern.
Oo.
O, tita, you join us.
Your body will really crave sleep talaga after.
Yeah.
All right, sige. I guess we want to share some Bible verses as
Yes.
well in terms of how we stored our bodies. Sabi sa 1 Corinthians 6:19 to 20. Can you read for us, Roch?
Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God, and that you are not your own? You have been bought for a price. Therefore, glorify God in your body. And in Hebrews 12:1 it says, therefore, since we also have such a great cloud of witnesses surrounding us, let's rid ourselves of every obstacle and the sin which is so easily entangles us, and let's run with endurance the race that is set before us.
Yun. So, Scripture really reminds us that our bodies are not disposable. No? It's the
Yes,
temple of
yes.
the Lord. Nga. And our race, our daily lives, it's not a sprint. So, yun, just a reminder and encouragement for everyone that caring for our physical health isn't about mastering a sport or constantly pushing ourselves to perform better. It's not about chasing personal bests, mga PR dyan, or looking impressive, keeping up with fitness trends. So at its heart, health is about stewardship, how we steward our bodies. It's about taking care of the bodies that God has given us so we can keep showing up and being present, dependable, engaged in our families, in our work, and towards the people that He has entrusted to us. So in the end, health isn't about squeezing out more productivity. It's about having the strength and capacity to live faithfully, consistently, and well. So not just for a season, but sabi nga natin, over the long run. So to close, faithfulness requires endurance, and endurance requires care. So if you have any last words of encouragement or anything else that you want to leave with us for tonight, Coach?
Okay. Actually, I use one also from 1 Corinthians. Whatever you do it for the glory of God.
Amen.
And this includes everything in our life. So even exercise can be for the glory of God, not for our own glory. Because one, this is the temple of our Holy Spirit. Secondly, it is also our means to witness and testify to the goodness of the Lord when it comes to our life. No? And we will be able to do that efficiently, optimally, if we are healthy and fit.
Yes, I agree. And also, minsan we do these things for ourselves, no? But we sometimes be surprised that there are people who are encouraged with what we do. Like for example, for my case, I just post my run, and then those who have diabetes, those who have cancer, approach me na if they can also join. And yun nga, parang we are so amazed that there are people who are inspired with what we do, and that's one of our goal. And personal testimony as well, that I can also do things for the glory of God, that I can still do mission in 𝘀𝗽𝗏 for Jesus. We can still minister to our brothers and sisters, and also for the moms, kasi po I'm mommy role na mommy era. So I'm a full-time housewife. So I also invite some of the moms in my daughter's school to run as well in the evening. So it becomes, kumbaga, some of the things that you engage physically and also testifying the Lord's goodness in your life. You know? So like you din po, to us, I'm more inspired to do it better.
Oh, yes. Oo.
Praise God for that.
Okay, all right. So that's it for our episode for tonight. Thank you for joining us. To everyone watching, we hope you enjoyed this session, and look forward to our next coming episodes. And we also have the previous episodes that you can search in our YouTube if you want to watch those. So thank you again.
Thank you,
And
Coach.
thank
you
you,
for having
Coach,
me.
for
Thank you for
joining
having
us tonight. So good evening and God bless everyone. Thank you for joining Work Matters.